Previously on the fourth culture. Yes. So, we were attacked while we were doing this ritual for this dead person by these two creatures. So, Kaman examined the corpses because, of course, we won the fight. It turns out that they had made some kind of pact with a dark power and transformed over time into the creatures that they are now. So, while we were doing this examining and the CSI, one of the children of the village came and picked at the party. And Bara, of course, scared the child by catching him and then asked, "Where is your leader?" or something like that, like we're aliens. No. But anyway, got him to bring us to Chandikran, the guy who got us to do the ritual in the first place. So we confronted him and he explained that, oh, he always thought that the stories were just, stories lah. It's a fake one. It's a, fake news or that. And then he said that his family line always tend to have like 3 sons and many daughters. And then something horrible happened. His father don't want to talk about it. And then don't let them call in the priest and do religious rituals, things like that. All this time, all his whole damn life, no religious ritual. Then his father died, what does he do? Religious ritual. Then of course gonna attack, right? I don't believe. These kind of young children nowadays. Anyway, so yeah, we listened to his story and I tried my best to be understanding and everything, but then Kaman and Bara were very clear lah. They were angry, not happy with this kind of nonsense. And then after that, they stormed off and I also like, okay, bye-bye. And I also left. Then we all go to the monastery to investigate, And then when we reached there was no monastery. It was a ruin. The building was fucked up. All we could see there were 2 gravestones that were fresh and clean, and on it was inscribed, the final resting place of Uma and the final resting place of Ikan. Dun dun dun. Yes, it's a ghost. No, it's not a ghost, like some kind of undead spirit thingy. Anyway, so we decided, fuck off, go and find Yafir. Very important. We all got on board and flew off. And then suddenly, while we were mid-air, we felt somebody was trying to scry on us. So we tried our best to resist. But then, my willpower not very strong. Like, I can never resist. Cookies especially, very important. So after that, it turns out that it was Sunali. Ha! And then Sunali cast a mess kind of sending to us and basically was like, oh my God, you're all still alive. And we were like, I feel slightly insulted. Do you think that we would be dead? Anyway, then after that, asked Kaman if he could cast teleport and then gave him a string of sigils for a teleportation circle. But because we are now very paranoid people, we double check. So we asked Bara to call back to Sunali, cast a sending, make sure that it really was her who sent the sending. And turns out, yeah, it was. So after that, we cast the Kaman cast the teleportation circle. We ported through and we saw, hey, it's a Sunali. Hello, long time no see. And she is still very much into the Bara apps. Very hard not to be into the Bara apps, but it's okay.
And the butt.
And the butt, don't forget the butt. And the hair, even though it's a bit shorter now. So now, we find ourselves in a desert with a lot of watts. Actually, no, not a lot of watts, like just 1 or 2 watts. Like the stack thing. Anyway, yeah. So desert. It was very hot. Very different. I had to take out my eye sword so I can keep cool. Okay. Then we met Yafir. And he had an eye patch. And we were like, oh no, did you lose an eye in the wall? No, it turns out it was just a magical thing so you can see all kinds of stuff with it. So, okay. Good. Still unharmed. Looking very good, very happy to see us. We are very happy to see him also. Turns out that he's now a leader of the rebellion. He gained some new skills, and then that he's planning an attack on Twilight's End. And that we are now in the outskirts of the deserts of Sama, near the Alanak. Yes, I know the name sounds like another word, but it's okay. Anyway, he wants us to help with his attack. And in 1 week's time, we're supposed to go to Twilight's End and reclaim it, and then cast a grand ritual of exorcism to ward away the giant seated, which is now Alta's secret nickname. Because, if you say his actual name, he might suddenly appear kaiju kind of thing. So we are calling him the giant seated, or GST for short. And it's supposed to ward him away from Twilight's End. So I asked him about the sects. Yes, that we came across once upon a time and he did business with them, and learned that there are actually some members of the sects who are still here and part of the rebellion. And we wanted to talk to them to ask a little bit more about magical theory, things about how to kill Buddha and all that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, Fear mentioned that he found the map that Bara was actually looking for, and we are actually in near one of the locations on the map. But and that would happen to be the what over there. Yes. But he warned us about the guardian of the temple. And apparently it's like this giant sandworm thing. So don't just walk over there, was what he said. After that, we set up the Instana, showed him our big erection, took a long rest in there, and the next day we set off to go to the temple to get Bara his family heirloom magical instrument thing. Yes. So we decided, okay, maybe if it's a sandworm, right? Maybe if we fly over, might be safe. So we all got onto Bob and started to fly over. However, after that, the worm come out of the sand and then kiap us. Like, Free Willy, but with more teeth and no flippers and not so cute. Got a lot of, teeth in the middle. It was kind of disgusting and creepy and very big. So anyway, we fought the sandworm. There was a lot of falling, flying, all that stuff. Eventually, we defeated it. Yay! And then what we do? Go and hunt for Intan in his insides. Yeah. I don't know why we do these things nowadays, but it's very disturbing. So the whole group of us walked into the sandworm's mouth. And then after that, we found that there was actually this organ surrounded by sinew and looked like it contained molten intan. And then Bara, being very brave and very dedicated to Agatha, pressed his abdomen against the molten intan. And instead of being burnt, it was absorbed into his body. And then Agatha suddenly said, "Oh, that helped a lot." And I guess that helped a lot. And then after that, the worm turned into stone. And that's where we left off.